Hey everyone, my name is Sam Cusick, and this is my response to our group's chapter 12 and 13, Google Hangout. I thought both Melissa and Catherine had great discussion points that they talked about during this. I agreed with Melissa when she referenced the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. She shared a quote that is that you have to begin with the end in mind. She also stated that you have to prioritize being more collaborative and being a good listener to really create that good leadership development atmosphere within your organization. These are great things to think about when deciding how to train your organization. You should ask yourself, what kind of leaders and atmosphere do I want within my company? She also brought up a great point about how in order to have a group that works well together, people throughout the group, and especially the leader, need to take care of themselves first before they can contribute to the rest of the group. If the leader ends up getting burned out, it's this trickle-down effect that I've seen affect almost every company that I've worked with so far. They also both brought up great points that a lot of companies don't plan for crisis. I think because of this, they make a lot of poor decisions when crisis happens. One of the worst decisions is when they try to deny that there's wrongdoing instead of just owning up to it and apologizing up front. Catherine brought this up, that most of the time when they do this, they're trying to save their reputation, but instead they're actually setting it up to get more tarnished and to drag the problem out. I thought this was very well demonstrated during our last presidential election by candidates on both sides. I felt as if they would just, own it and admit and apologize to the people, the news, and everyone else would just get over it and stop discussing it, and it would have made, these problems that they had almost non-existent. To me, when dealing with these crisis situations, the most important thing is the pre-crisis stage. Every organization should have a crisis plan and a reporting system designed to flag and stop problems before they become a crisis situation. Our text mentions that the BP oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico had multiple warning signs before it erupted. They had been fined with multiple violations, and their engineers called it a nightmare well. These are examples of ignoring facts due to human bias and institutional failures. If they would have properly recorded their data and had a plan as when to shut down the well when the data reaches a certain point, they could have saved multiple human lives, an incredible amount of money, and pollution to our ocean. They also had a system set up where people making these calls would have been negatively affected for doing so. Another way they could have prevented this is these people making the calls did some perspective taking. They may be rewarded for leaving the well open and weighed the pros and cons and decided that it was worth it to do so. But if they were to step into the shoes of the other workers on the rig who get paid the same no matter what, they probably wouldn't have ignored these signs and kept this rig open, risking the lives of all the other workers on